Good evening, everybody. We have the Yescar 87s League finale tonight. I've brought the wife along with me to help co-broadcast tonight. I think this is a first for you, correct?
It is, yes. Hello,
So,
everyone.
So not my usual suspects in the booth. And this is not like what we did on Saturday night. This is not Yescar 3D. This is, this is a full length actual 87s race. So you have a fan in the chat already. We've
Rickle. Hello, Rickle.
I've been in here for quite a bit of practice. There's already some complaints. We'll address those as we get there. One of which is, and I'm sorry to tell Ron this, but it's not hot enough. So we'll get to all that in a minute, but couple of things to cover so everybody's a little bit in the know here as I get some points pulled up. Currently as we speak, Keegan Fleckenstein's sitting in the driver's seat for points. He's got 1,861 points, and then we have I'm drawing a blank on his last name because I know that this is not his normal account or the way that it's in here. We got Greg Wellen sitting in second. He's got 1,858. So only, 3 points separating first and second. Cale Spicer, sitting third. He's at 1,798. So it's really going to come down to Keegan and Greg here, as to, how things are going to float out on the points. This does use the old school method of points where the winner is going to get 180 points. So realistically, if we see Keegan in front of Greg or Greg in front of Keegan, that's how that's going to fall out. So it's going to be a knockdown, drag out fight tonight for sure. Rickle, I think you're going to need a ceiling fan because of the temperature of the sun. And since he's already spilling the beans on me, we're going to get some race info up. It is 50 laps tonight, 90 degrees in the air, and it's 147. Yes, you heard that right. 147 on the track.
Yikes.
I think we're a little bit nicer than these guys on the track temp. What do you think, dear?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Although it gives me a great idea for ISS this week.
Oh, goodness. Ron will love that.
Yeah, Ron will love it. Oh, I got to refresh trading paints apparently. Let's go ahead and do that. Reload trading paints. If it wants to.
Do you know if the other races that they've done in this league have been this hot?
That I don't know. Rickle, can you confirm or deny if all the other races have been this warm? Some things of note today. It's been a busy day for Stevens Motorsports. I don't know if anybody saw, but over in the 87s forum, we have the voting conversation for next season's schedule. I started kind of getting into that conversation, also using the Legends Racing Network Discord to kind of facilitate some conversation back and forth, just because I get that we want to use the forum, but at the same time, Discord helps kind of facilitate things a little bit quicker. We only have a week to get the schedule in. So if the 87s are your jam, check out the forum. There's a link to the Discord, and I'll be sharing all that back and forth. But I'm hoping to put up a post tomorrow sometime to get some voting going, and hopefully we have a schedule built before the end of the weekend. So it sounds like we're going to advance into race session already. So we'll get our timing tower off the board, and we'll get our grid up, and we got to have qualifying. Okay, yep. So we've got Cale Spicer's going to get on pole with a 47.003. Greg Wellen going to sits P2 outside, 0.017 off of Cale's time. Then we got Captain Killam, Jeff Byers sitting third. Aiden Trevette is fourth. Connor Walbeck fifth. Keegan Fleckenstein's going to start sixth. Joe Sullivan starting seventh. Jim Grleski is going to start eighth. Kyle Ricklefratz Wilson, he's going to start ninth. Big Duke, he's going to start 10th. Andrew Winans is starting 11th. Keith from Keith Says Yes, he's going to be 12th. Moving a little bit further back. We've got Vincent Pagano is going to start 13th. Marcus Smalden 14th. Bob DeJersey 15th. Colton Johnson 16th. And Joseph Wendt is going to start 17th. So that is your...
Like a good race.
It should be a good one. If anybody wants to check out the in cards, you go check out Cap Kill and Big Duke over on TikTok. They'll be live over there with their in car. I've already been in Jeff's live already tonight, so I had to give him a little bit of grief. But so who do we got for the win? How many cautions? When's first caution coming out?
So I've got, oh man, this is a hard one for me. I'm gonna say Bob DeJersey for the win. 3 cautions. And what was the other question?
When's the first one coming?
First one's coming on lap 10.
All right. Well, I'm gonna base a little bit off of what Rickle just said. I'm gonna go with there's only 2 cautions all race.
Okay.
It is a high SOF. I'm gonna go with Joe Sullivan for the win tonight. First caution coming about lap 18.
Okay.
I think that's solid. I mean, you do have a pretty high SOF here. There's a lot of these names a lot of you guys are going to recognize from the channel. And I think it's going to be a good race. Really do.
I think it's going to be a good race too.
First caution from a driver is lap 19 on pit entry, Rickle says.
Okay. I mean, that could very well be
he's
the case.
He's in the car. If we do get a caution, I got to at least get Joe Sullivan's paint scheme on stream because I did not have it changed. Something that Mr. Zachary Korn worked on. So Mechanic says lap 7. Killam's gonna take it. So he's got Jeff Byers for the win.
That's a good choice too. All these guys are really good choices, honestly.
Yeah, I flip a coin, you know. We'll see how it goes. Pace car's off. Cale Spicer going to take us green flag racing. And we're green.
We are green.
Greg Wellen with a good jump there on the outside. Yo, I would really be looking for Cale to save tire. He's probably one of the best at it. With it being this hot, it's really going to be about keeping everything underneath you. Floating the corners out as best you can. Making sure that somebody's not up behind you too far to take the air off of you. And Greg and Cale already going to work together as Jeff Byers and Connor Walbeck going to slide into the bottom lane. Now, I'm not sure about the setup itself. My guess is it's going to be an iRacing default, which last season was a bit of a mid-lane runner around here, but didn't really cause too many cautions. So we'll see as Cale leads that first lap. So far, so good. Smooth sailing. If we get to the start-finish line, by the time we get to lap 3, we're going to step aside. I'll crank it up, let you guys really hear these cars sing for a lap, and then we'll come right back with you. But so far, 2x2, everybody playing nice. A lot of race left, 50 laps. That's a good while. Long enough my wife doesn't want to drive these cars here.
Oh,
but on another note, we're going to turn it up. We're going to step aside. We'll let these guys race it out for a minute. Cale and Greg side by side as we go across the start-finish line. A lot of give and take so far.
They all seem like they really got it together.
I'm kind of amazed at how close these guys can come into the corner with each other, especially being the fact that usually this car likes to really walk. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Granted, we're only about 4 laps in, but if Rickle's saying we're going to pit lap 20, I got to imagine we're awfully light on fuel. So yeah, as we saw, Greg cut all the way down 3 lanes right there, coming out of 4. It's going to split Cale and Greg up, which is good news for these guys. Bad news for them as Cale leads that lap this time around. Aiden Trevette up to second so far. Keegan Fleckenstein in the number 9 Napa car. He's coming through. He's almost around Greg there in the 30 Pennzoil. So we're seeing a little movement at this point. Our guys trying to save a little bit extra fuel. Usually I see quite a few of these guys not at super speedway. So interesting to watch them in action here as Greg slips back even further. Kind of makes you wonder if he wants to try to stretch that fuel out.
Oh, somebody's going into the wall. Into the pits.
That's Vincent Pagano.
Wonder what happened there.
He actually slid off. It looks like the left front's hanging down on that car and broke off.
Oh.
So not really sure what he hit. Yeah,
Good evening, Snoku.
Left front is moved in on that car. Keegan Fleckenstein going to take the lead here. Keegan is one tough customer when it comes to racing him. All of a sudden, he'll find speed out of nowhere. Jeff Byers trying to come back on that high lane. I don't even see where Vincent got loose and hit the inside wall. Jeff Byers leads that lap this time around. Jeff getting out to a little bit of a lead. We'll see if he can slot down in front of Keegan or if he's just going to try and hang that high lane for a little bit here as we come off of 2. Side-by-side action. Ooh! Oh. Did you see that?
I saw that. A little bit of a little boop.
Yeah, Cale giving Keegan a little bit of a send.
We've had quite a few lead changes already.
That we have. 4 wide down through the tri-oval, back down to 2. Pretty good call out. Cale's going to lead that lap. Some race recap. 5 lead changes so far for 8 laps.
That's
it's
pretty cool.
Kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie.
That is some good racing.
Spicer leads down into 3. Jeff Byers all alone by himself on the high side. Looking 3 wide. Keegan trying to get to the bottom side of Cale here. Still 2x2. Not a lot of crazy movement. Everything looking pretty smooth so far. As Jeff and Cale are literally wheel to wheel.
Wow.
Jeff is pretty tough to beat here.
Yeah, he's pretty good in these cars at this track.
You've kind of got to get Jeff to burn his tires up to be able to have a shot at him at Talladega. Which if you're running close enough, pretty easy to do. As we start to fan out and look 3 wide again. Keegan's going to go to the bottom. I don't know if he really wants to pass Cale or if he just kind of wants to hide in his shadow for the time being.
He could be saving.
It's kind of what I'm thinking. if you can stretch that fuel mileage, especially like I said, if we got a pit at lap 20, you're not going to make it. So I'm kind of wondering if some of these guys are trying to stay in line, save fuel, be there at the end.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Well, and then you're more than likely going to be able to get away with a 2-tire call instead of a 4. Save your time on pit road and get out in front of these guys. So top 5 so far: Spicer, Byers, Fleckenstein, Wilson, Walbeck. And you could throw a blanket over the guys from top to bottom. So not much of a gap. Still side by side through about 8th position, all the way back to Big Duke and Joe Sullivan back there. Big Duke quiet so far. We saw him up front a lot in Yescar 3D this last weekend, but taking his time headed towards the front.
It's so synchronized.
I know it's
beautiful to watch, actually.
Well, and a lot of these guys, you know, like I said, I know I've raced with a lot of these guys, and they've all raced with each other, obviously in the league and in officials. So nobody's a stranger to each other, you know, in the top 10 for sure. Actually, from about top 10, and then we got a couple of guys that are further back that also run these cars quite regularly on super speedways. But Jeff Byers out to a little bit of a comfortable lead right now.
That bottom lane kind of lost a little of their momentum.
Yeah, I think Cale checked up there mid corner. Oh, Keegan Fleckenstein getting ready to pit.
We are on lap 12.
Yep. Oh, we've got Keegan, Cale, and Greg.
See how that goes. Pit entry looks pretty smooth.
Cale on it hard to get it slowed down. I kind of wonder if that wasn't an early pit on purpose. Get your early stop out of the way and then get your long stops out of the way after that. Got the 17 car Colt Johnson on pit as well. And I've got everybody that was pitted coming off a pit road. We're actually going to check. I want to check their, where is it? Oh, pit lap time. That's going to be fuel only for these guys right now. So something to keep an eye on as the leaders are going to start breathing down their necks. Jeff Byers still leads. Connor Wolbeck up to second right now. So he's picked up a couple of positions. We'll see how much longer these guys go on fuel, as we saw Rickle kind of crawl up the corner there.
How many sets of tires did they get? Do you happen to know that?
I do not know. I don't have that information.
Okay.
Jeff Byers continues to lead. Everybody's kind of single filed out right now. And I think that's a good thing. We'll see how long before
Yes, we totally can hear you.
So Rickle's saying
2 sets.
Saying 2 sets of tires. So there's our answer.
Thank you.
And Mechanic said the same thing in the chat. So I was looking for it in pre-race info, and they've changed the UI so much I couldn't even find it. So I was a little confused, but I do think it is bad news for Spicer, Wellen, and Fleckenstein that that these guys are all single filed out. Granted, they're a 3-car pack, so they should be able to pull. But my question is right now is how much are they going to pull till the fuel load comes off, and then they're coming back to them. With only an 11-second stop, maybe they took right sides, but I doubt it.
Captain's still in the lead. Connor is right
Walbeck's,
behind him.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think anybody behind Jeff is smart to just kind of ride and save the fuel
As much as you can.
because I mean, like I said, my thought is, and if it in like quite frankly, if I'm Bob DeJersey or Marcus Smalden, if I can clutch on entry and save even more fuel, if I can stretch that run out and hopefully not have to fuel, 2 more times or an extra time, I'm gonna try and do that.
Absolutely.
Oh, mechanic, I've raced with Jeff and Walbeck many times, and we've had some pretty good fights, had some pretty good run-ins, had some pretty good flips. So as I saw Vincent Pagano head down pit road again there. Still single file. Jeff and Walbeck stretching it out a little bit here. They're almost up. Jeff's almost up 0.5 over Big Duke, but these guys are closing in pretty quickly, it looks like. The trio that pitted early is starting to walk backward toward Jeff and Walbeck. I gotta imagine here soon they're gonna start sniffing that draft. I'm sure Captain got it right on the floor and running the nicest line that he can to save some tire. Yeah, they're almost back to 46 seconds, and at one point they were leaning towards 44.
See if anybody pits here. Coming to lap 20.
Yep, we're on lap 19. Jeff is still pushing hard. He's still gaining on Wellen, Spicer, and Fleckenstein. $20 laps in the books.
Pretty clean racing so far.
That's what I'm saying.
Very impressive.
Let's go on board with Mr. Byers for a minute and listen to the way this car is rolling here. Kind of sounds like he's maybe not full out. He's definitely easy in the corner. Real smooth on the wheel.
Does it show his speed?
We can actually get that up on thing as well. We'll get this guy out of the way. I'm kind of wondering. I got his wheel input, but yeah, Jeff's running about 200 into the corners, so he's not going nearly as fast as he could. Definitely working on saving tire. You can hear that tire scrub in the corners. And they're almost up behind the early pitting trio. We'll see when guys start to pit. I mean, the closer you are to those guys when you hit pit road, the better it's going to wind up being, because they're not going to be necessarily as close once you yourself come off pit road. So they'll be able to get to speed quite a bit sooner. And we just heard Captain Killam say he's coming down pit road this lap. Aiden Trevette's going to come with him.
Somebody's going.
Oh, Keegan
track.
got loose.
Coming back up. Okay, they're safe.
I wonder if he tried to burn the tire up too much. So, Captain, we've got Aiden Trevette. I also see that Kyle was coming down, Jim Graleski down as well. It's going to give the lead to Connor Wolbeck.
You got Joe Sullivan right behind him.
Yep.
Followed by Marcus Smalden and Bob DeJersey.
No call out from the top two. Smalden back 3 seconds there with the jersey. I wonder if they're just trying to clutch and save fuel, like I was saying at the top of or about midway through the broadcast there. Wolbeck going to stay out. We're going to check. Captain Killam just coming off of pit road. That looks like a 4-tire stop for those guys. Yeah, pit time of 21 seconds. That's for sure going to be a 4-tire stop. As Wolbeck is right up behind the early pitted trio. 27 laps to go. Connor Wolbeck's going to hit pit road this time. Sullivan coming with him.
Sounds like the rest of the...
I was going to say, everybody that hasn't pitted yet is headed down pit road. So we'll see where this plays out for Cale and Greg, as these guys are all...
This makes it very interesting.
Yeah, because you got to remember, the other guys took no tires, or maybe 2, and these guys are all taking 4. So, I mean, if it goes green, I think they're going to be hurting a little bit, just from the fact that they don't have fresh tires. We're going to take a look at Cale Spicer. He's getting ready to come out of 4 as we speak. Marcus Smalden hasn't pitted yet, but he's slowed down the backstretch. I think he's out of fuel.
No way.
I think Marcus Smalden is out of fuel.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Well,
so
he's going to the pits.
Joe Sullivan going to be the first car off pit road. Where did Captain Killam come out? Okay. So Jeff goes around Joe Sullivan with the guys that just pitted. So that puts Cale to the lead with Aiden Trevette, the 3rd car in line. And then you've got Greg Wellen, Keegan Fleckenstein, 4th and 5th. Marcus still on pit road. So now this has really spaced things out.
Yeah, it has. And now
the real question is can these guys make it on fuel? I'm kind of wondering if the setup called for a low load of fuel, and then when you refilled, it didn't take a full load of fuel. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to that gap, because Jeff Byers, remember, he's on 4 tires and he's only, about a second back at this point. So he's got more tire than the other guys have.
He's going to be faster.
Correct. Kyle Wilson also going to be faster as well. So let's check out last times. And look at Jeff's just going to drive right underneath them because he's got 4 tires. He doesn't have to worry about it. He can just go.
Yep. He's like, excuse me. Look at that.
Jeff threw down a 45-second lap time that last time around.
Beautiful. Oh, somebody's in the wall back there.
Yep, that was the 17 car. That would have been Colt Johnson. Jeff's up behind Aiden Trevette in the first place car. But these guys are taking Cale and Greg to Gapplebee's right now. And there goes Jeff around the bottom side. Like, he is gone. I think maybe Rickle and Sullivan have a good shot to try to catch, especially being that they're on fresher tires. I'm waiting to see lap times refresh. But it looks like Kyle Wilson with a 47.729, Joe Sullivan with a 47.0, Spicer, Greg Wellen, and Fleckenstein all in the 47.7s or 8s. So Jeff is the man in charge at the moment. We'll see if that swings, but they are definitely pulling on Spicer and those guys right now. Move back through the pack. You've got Cale Spicer, Greg Wellen sitting 3rd and 4th. We've got Keegan sitting back here in 5th. We're actually going to go ahead and get this up on screen so you see who I'm talking about. Kyle Wilson sitting 6th place. Joe Sullivan right behind him in 7th. Then we come back to Jim Grleski sitting back here in 8th. Andrew Winans 9th. Got Big Duke and Keith with him as well. And then Joseph Wendt is 12th. Who's pitting?
Cale Spicer's pitting.
Oh.
Greg and who else went with him? Keegan?
Keegan.
Is that Keegan? Yeah.
Interesting that they're on pit road already. The other guys wound up, going quite a ways.
So what is this, lap 30? Going to lap 30?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody overshot the pit.
Oh, that was Greg that overshot and he's too far left. That's really going to hurt Greg.
Yikes. Maybe he won't take 4 tires? What's he going to do?
He's got to take...
Did he take 4?
I think he took fuel only after the bad stop. Or maybe he took right sides.
I think he took right sides, it looked like.
At that point, yeah, you shut off the lefts. You're probably not going to need them as much as the rights with the way that this car runs around here. But Jeff Byers and Aiden Trevette up 5 seconds over Kyle Wilson and Joe Sullivan. And just like that, Greg Wellen, Cale Spicer, Keegan Fleckenstein down an entire lap right now.
I'm interested to see how this unfolds.
I'm very interested too. We'll see how this is going to shake up as we get closer to the end. It may swing back in their favor, but I mean, Jeff was just on a tear just a few laps ago, so we're going to check last lap time after Jeff gets past start finish line here next time around. Let's show some race data so far. 11 lead changes over 32 laps. That's impressive.
That is really impressive. Wow, look at them. Side by side.
I am watching Cale and Greg. They're slowly getting back towards your leaders. Like I said, we'll check the last lap times across the line this time. Jeff down to a 47.987. Cale Spicer with a 46.5. Greg Wellen with a 46.3. So they are catching back up. We'll just have to see if it's going to force the hand of a pit or what's going to happen here. As we look back towards Greg and Cale, remember these guys are a lap down.
Got Joe Sullivan and Kyle behind them.
Well, and Sullivan's gotten around Wilson. And Sullivan's coming out of heater. He's down 4-3 over Jeff Byers and Aiden Trevette. As we check out the battle for the lead, still going. Aiden just kind of riding behind Jeff, not really trying to do anything. So we'll see how it plays out here. We'll go off the nose of Aiden's machine. You could tell they're really not pushing it. Only 200 miles an hour through the tri-oval. Jeff getting a little bit of a walk there out of the tri-oval.
Going into the pits. What we got here? Kyle's going into the pits.
Sullivan and Wilson headed down pit road. So this should be your last stop for these guys. They're going to get it done early, which can't say that I blame them. Maybe they can cycle out the opposite way. Sullivan already down and away, fuel only for that. Maybe right sides, but that's going to keep him
taking tires.
I think Rickle could burn a set like the old Gominator does. Yeah, so Rickle going to come out behind these guys. Being that he's on fresher tires than Wellen and Spicer, it may work out for him. I guess we'll have to see, but Byers coming down pit road. Spicer going to shove it up the inside. We just heard Greg Wallen say he was going to go through high in 3 and 4, so that way they can get down to pit. So it'll be interesting to see if Jeff takes tires here or if we're going to do fuel only. It'll be an interesting play. He may take right sides only. So we'll have to pay attention as that starts to work its way out. Jim Graleski going to inherit the lead here unless he pits this time by. And it looks like he's going to keep on trucking. See if Captain takes a set of tires. Oh, and he blew his pit box. He's going to take right sides at least. He's down and away. Yep. Where's that going to put Spicer and Wellen? They're off the tri-oval. Looking at where Jeff Byers is. He's in the middle of 1 and 2. And just like that, Joe Sullivan leapfrogs Captain Killam. So Sullivan with what I believe to be 2-tire only call, it may pay off for him. Jim Graleski continues to lead with 13 laps to go. Still,
so Cale and Greg are on the lead lap again.
Yes, because Perfect. of when Jeff pitted and everything. So, but they're 10th, and Jeff Byers got out in front of Cale Spicer. He's up the track a couple of seconds. We'll go to last time by. Now we can't go off of Jeff's yet because obviously, you know, he just came off pit road, but it does look like he's starting to put a little bit of a gap as Jim Graleski continues to lead out in front. Now we said it was going to come down to Fleckenstein and Greg Wellen, and right now it's looking like it's the Greg Wellen show out front for points. So as Jim Graleski continues to cycle, Captain Killam up. Andrew Winans on pit road. I'm waiting to hear Jim say that he's pitting, but I haven't seen it yet. He's still going to keep rolling. Captain with a 47.430 last time to Spicer's 47.742. And he is closing in on Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan with Connor Wolbeck. Still chipping away. So you had Jim Gerleski, Joseph went in second place. Keith sitting in third. Big Duke's up to fourth. Bob DeJersey fifth, up 10 spots.
Up 10 spots. Nice. Mind you, we are still caution free, and we are 40 laps into this 50-lap race.
Gerleski stays out still. The question is, when are the top, 5 or 6 gonna pit? I haven't heard anybody call it out, so I don't know if they just were able to stretch fuel that much further or exactly what the deal is here, but I'm sure we'll find out from whoever the eventual winner is going to be here once this race is over.
Since I see it in the chat, hello, Dennis.
Well, Gerleski stayed out. Everybody else kind of pitted twice, so I'm trying to figure out. Actually, I know how we can figure this out. His last pit was on lap 22. He's going to have to pit real soon, I think. He took fuel only with a 12-second lap time or pit time. Go back to gaps. I mean, Jim's got a pretty sizable lead right now over Joe Wendt. 7.6 and growing. And here comes Gerleski down pit road. Now, to put this into more perspective, he's got a 20-second lead over the other guys, but I don't think that's going to be enough right now to save him as Joseph Wendt goes around for the lead. Which I do believe, and we'll check this as well, he still has to pit. He pitted on lap 24. So I don't know if he can make it or not. It's going to be close.
I feel like that would take him only to lap 47.
It'd take him to 40.
In my mind.
It would take him to 48.
Okay.
So well, it's good. Joseph Wendt could pull it off. He's been nice to his tires and everything. It very well could work. It was a 26-second pit when he did it. And he's kind of teeter-tottering with Big Duke right now, who pitted on lap 24 as well. So it's going to come down to a question of fuel mileage. Bob DeJersey, he pitted on lap 24. He's got Wolbeck and Sullivan with him. Checking Connor Wolbeck. He pitted lap 24 as well. So Wolbeck saving some fuel while sitting behind Bob DeJersey. There's a lot of ways this could go. And Joe Wendt's got enough gap between him and Big Duke. If it was me, I'd probably be clutching it into the corner, see if I can't save some extra fuel with a gap that big. 7 laps to go. 6 when Joseph crosses the line here. Let's see what last times looked like. See who your fastest on track. DeJersey with a 47.62. Joe Sullivan with a 47.746.
There he goes. He's pitting.
Was that Wendt that just called that out? There we go.
Yes, it is.
So again, like I said, we'll have to see how this plays out here. We'll check our gap. Big Duke 10 seconds up the road. See if he saved enough fuel. Bob DeJersey coming down. I just saw him swing off. I mean, if it's me, I'm always prepared for the long game. Stretch the fuel as far as I can get it so I know that I do not have to pit. Joe Sullivan has already pitted. He's good to the end. So he really could push Big Duke just to burn up whatever fuel he's got left. I've done that a time or two in a league race. So the gap slowly shrinking. Oh, Big Duke clips the apron in 3 and 4. Connor Wolbeck off to pit road. Joe Sullivan to the bottom. So Sullivan to the lead, Big Duke in second. And then you've got a hard charging Captain Killam coming from the back. Oh, and there goes Big Duke back to the lead. I don't know if he's got enough fuel.
That was a pretty impressive pass.
Oh, Duke's loose off of 4.
Oh.
Captain to the inside.
Pushing a little. Push.
Sullivan swings it wide, has to drive out of the tri-oval. 3 laps to go. At this point, if I'm Big Duke, I'm sweating. Do I have enough fuel to make the end? Joe Sullivan just trying to do anything to stay out in front of buyers. But all these guys up front keeping it very, very clean.
They're racing pretty hard, but respectful. We'd love to see that.
15 lead changes.
15. There he goes, Big Duke.
Yep, Big Duke headed down pit road. So not what he was hoping to see. I'm sure he was hoping and praying for a caution right there. And you could just see out of shot, there was Greg Wellen, Cale Spicer, and Aiden Trevette. But it's going to come down to Mr. Byers and Mr. Sullivan up front here. Does Joe put the shake and bake on him coming out of 4 and try to slingshot out around and pull off that win as we get ready to take the white flag? Which I've got to say, I'm absolutely impressed. I mean, 50 laps at Talladega, no caution.
In the 87.
Yeah, in an 87.
That is so impressive.
You don't see this in top split. As we're in the bag here. We're going to be 1 lap to go. If I'm Sullivan, I'm waiting until off of 4. I think it's a little early to make this move. Unless he's hoping that Jeff's going to get... Maybe he's hoping Jeff's going to get a little bit loose here, but... I mean, Jeff can wheel with the best of them. Down into turn 3, side by side. I think Sullivan's got the better line out of 4. Just because, like I said, this car is a little on the high lane dominant. Hopefully Jeff doesn't let him hit that middle. If he does, it's all over. They're
dooring.
They're still dooring.
Dooring.
Who's going to get it? Oh. And it would look like it was Sullivan, but I think it was Killam.
I think it was Captain Killam. Yep. Jeff got that win.
We're going to go back and check that out. We're going to go blimp. They door middle of the tri-oval. They door again. Still dooring. Damn. And it sounds like everybody enjoyed the finish, which is pretty
a beautiful race.
Pretty rare. All right. Well, let's get this off the the screen here. We'll get you guys' race results up. That was qualifying. We need race. We don't need the qualifying results. Captain Killam gonna bring it home, beating Joe Sullivan by 0.015 for the win.
Wow, what an ending to such a good race.
I
Impressive.
like I said, I've got to give it up to these guys. They went full green flag, which is absolutely impressive in this car at this track. So hopefully we get Jeff in here for an interview shortly. So as we're joined by Big Duke, the man himself.
How are we doing tonight?
Dude, I just
are
watched
ya?
one of the best Talladega races I've seen.
That's typical 87's Yescar. We've been see, I think we had, of the 12 races this season, we had 6 that were caution free, and the most we ever had was 2 cautions.
Wow.
It's been a phenomenal season, man. Phenomenal season. I'm going to get the points updated and trying to give you guys a live update here.
Alrighty. I was gonna say I knew it was close between Keegan and Greg, which I'm not totally surprised by, but it was about a 3-point spread.
How about that finish?
Oh, I know. I've done a couple of those myself, not necessarily with Jeff, but I've had some door bangers down through the tri-oval, and somehow the guy on the outside always winds up just a little bit short at the end.
Right.
So, but no, I think everybody did a phenomenal job tonight. Like I said, I got to take my hat off to these guys, because that's a heck of a feat to pull off. So
yeah, that's how this whole season's been. Championship standings are as follows. Greg John wins the championship by 12 points over Keegan Fleckenstein. Kel Spicer, Connor Wallback, Joe Sullivan rounding out your top 5. Captain Killam finishes 6th.
I was gonna say I saw when Keegan dropped off just a little bit there, second pit stop ish area. At that point, I pretty much knew it was Greg's to kind of walk away with, just based on what I picked up of the points system.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely a hard fought battle to the end, especially because you guys are using the old NASCAR point system, correct?
That's exactly right. We're using the Winston Cup points.
Yep. So when you have a point system like that, it's tough to keep it that close all the way to the end.
So, it really is. It's been phenomenal.
Well, I was gonna say, just based on what I saw of the points, it looked like they kind of traded things back and forth. Some guys having issues in other places, and usually you don't see that out of Greg or Keegan, even in the officials. So to have them that close at the end and have something to fight for with the last race on the line, that's kind of how you want to see it come down, right?
But yeah, and then I don't know if you looked at some of the other battles, but we were battling hard for 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yep.
Like there was some really good battles all down through that ladder.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I was trying to figure out the pit strategy for Kale and Greg and those guys, because they pitted on like lap 12.
Oh yeah, they caught everybody off guard.
I was just like, that's really early. So
yes, it was.
But
I think our next season, we got to looking at it during the race. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fire off a brand new season next Wednesday. I'm going to run a couple recruitment races at the end of the week here. I'm going to fire off a brand new season next Wednesday. Run 12 weeks, and it'll put us done on December 17th, and we'll take 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. Because if we started it like in 2 weeks from now, that puts us ending like right there at that goofy, New Year's, Christmas, and I'd rather not take 2 weeks off and just finish it. So we're just going to re-rack a season starting next Wednesday.
Well, if you're looking for drivers, what's the easiest way for them to find the league?
The link in my bio has our Discord. If you go on to iRacing, the league ID is number 11335. Number 11335, the Yescar Virtual Racing League. Looking for good quality, clean drivers. people that have some racecraft that understand that sometimes this stuff takes patience and just wants to build their racecraft and community, would love to have you here at Yescar. We got a ton of stuff coming on. Actually, matter of fact, in 5 minutes, we're going to be launching our last Yescar 3D Light race of the night. We incorporated the 8-lap shootouts into the 3D Light version too, starting tonight. So we're going to be jumping into that here in about 5 minutes and calling it a night.
I like it. I like it. And if you haven't done a Yescar 3D race or a light race, I highly suggest it. They're a ton of fun. The 8-lap splash and dash is pretty exciting actually for watching for the first time on Friday or Saturday. That was pretty intense for what it is.
Yeah, they're fun. They're a lot of fun. We just kind of come up with that on a whim. I hadn't seen many people just do shootouts. And then we came up with it, and the next thing you know, the next week 13, there was a 5 to go shootout, 5 to go server, which I felt pretty good about.
Yeah, that was kind of funny how that all happened too, wasn't it?
It was. I know it has nothing to do with it, but I'm taking credit.
I would.
It's funny because I actually said that to AJ when I saw it.
So there you go. I got it back up.
See, that it works out. So, but
yeah, AJ, Robin, thank you very much. That was a fantastic call tonight. Fantastic call tonight.
Well, and this was Robin's first time doing a call with me.
Oh,
yes, it was.
Really?
Yeah, she's usually race control for most of it, so it was kind of fun to do something different, have us on the call, especially because she really dislikes the 87s.
I thought I figured you'd called several races before. Y'all sounded great.
Oh, thank you.
It's
our natural chemistry, I guess.
She just fills in where I miss it or tries to tone me down when I'm a little too excited. So
it happens. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off here. Thank you so much. Y'all did a phenomenal job, and we'll see you either Friday or Saturday night for 3D.
You'll more than likely see me Friday night. So
right on.
I'll let you know either way though.
10-4, we'll see you there. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Yep.
Boo.
And we have the race winner finally. We got Captain Killam in the house. Heck of a race, man. Like, wow.
Yeah, that was a wild race, man. Start to finish, green flags at Dega in the 87s. Multiple different pit strategies going on. Let's go.
I was going to say, Kale and those guys, we were just talking about Big Duke. They all pitted lap 12. You pitted, like I would expect, running things out a little bit. Walk me through your tire strategy. Did you wind up doing 4 on the first stop and then just 2 on that last one?
Yeah, 4 on the first one, 2 on the last one, because I figured if they did 2, I'd still have better set of tires from changing 4 early in the race, if that makes sense.
No, that made actually a lot of sense to me because me and Robin were kind of watching back and forth, trying to figure out, okay, I could see how fast you were running. You pulled them in like gangbusters, man. I mean, and then you pulled out on them. And by the time you pit, you take 2, you come out in front of them and you never let them even get close at that point. So I think the tire strategy was definitely on point.
Yeah, I thought I messed up in the first pit stop when I came out, and somebody, I think Aiden, had pit with me, and he took 2, and he went out and he merged right in with everybody. And I was like 4 seconds back, and I was like, oh no.
Well, and it was funny because when you guys pitted the last time, he took 4, you took 2, and you were gone.
Yeah, I was waiting on him to catch up to me like I did to him the first go round, and it never happened, thankfully.
Right. But I mean, it definitely, for how the race went, going green flag like that. I mean, me and you've been in a ton of 87 races together, and we generally don't see something like this. So when it happens, you get all excited about it, and it's like, crap, did I save enough tire? Did I save enough fuel? Did I put enough fuel in it?
Right. So after my first pit stop, so the weird thing is, my spotter said if we pit now, we'll have enough fuel to finish about 2 laps after Kalen and pit. And I was like, okay, I'm good. Just 1 stop, we're good. And I ran it out and then pit. And then after I caught them and we're running along, I look and I'm like, I ain't going to make it. After they pit,
right,
the second time, I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it. My spotter was wrong. And so then I got nervous because I wasn't really saving much at that point, you know? And I just full sent it the whole time. I didn't really try to save any fuel.
I was gonna say, because you were out front quite a bit. And I thought that maybe Connor was gonna have something for you, because I was looking at when he pitted, which was like lap 24. I'm like, man, if he saved just right, it could play into this. And then I saw him pit it just about the time you went around him, or real close to it.
That
So-
last stint there, I kept digging the whole time, but I didn't know if I was going to catch that lead group.
Right.
And something clicked, and we started reeling them in, and then I finally got the draft. It took me a couple laps to get there, but once I got the draft, we got up there. And then they started pitting too. So.
Yeah, that definitely helped out. Well, and I think too, you know, the fact that you guys caught the back end of Cale and Greg and Keegan, you wind up saving a little bit of fuel, which stretches it anyways. But then at the same time, it kind of puts them into a bigger hole, because at that point you've caught them. All you gotta do is ride behind them and get off a pit road clean, and it puts you in a really good spot. But I think they were maybe hoping for a caution that just didn't come.
Yeah, which shout out to everybody in the race for that. That's awesome. 50 lap race at Dega in 87s, no cautions. Let's go.
Well, especially at 147 degree track temp.
Yes, don't overlook that, because it definitely mattered.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could see in the tri-oval how much you were walking late in the run, because we're on board with Aiden there for a minute in the tri-oval, and I could see you get the usual 87 walk out of there, and I'm like, man, tires are hot. The question is, can anybody hold on to it that long? So
yeah, and shout out to Joseph, call him Big Money. That last lap, we were door banging all the way down the front stretch.
oh, we got it on camera.
Ooh, that was awesome. I didn't know who was gonna get it. We were both wrecking across the line, you know.
Well, it's funny, because I've been like that too, like on the outside, and you think you have it, and then out of nowhere, it's like the inside car just hooks up just right, and it's by inches, right? So
yeah. Well, I was worried, because I even said in chat, I said he's got the preferred line on the outside. He's gonna get the run.
Right.
We side drafted him going into the tri-oval. And then I think he got loose and came down into us, and then I got loose and came back up into him, and then I think the finish was 0.016. That was awesome.
I was gonna say I got 0.015 on my side, but
hey, that's better.
I mean, still hell of a finish to the end of the season. Tight points battle all the way down to it. I don't think you could ask for a better finale.
No, I think it was great. I think my only win this year in the 87s league too, so I'll take it. And do you know who got the championship?
Greg wound up winning the championship by I think Big Duke said 5 or 10 points.
Let's go. Congrats to him.
Yep.
That's awesome. It's really competitive group of guys, man.
I was gonna say, anytime you got Greg and Cale, Keegan, them guys, I mean, I can't discount anybody in this field. I've raced against all of you, and every one of you gives me fits. So yeah, this is a challenging field to be in, but if you want to elevate yourself, these are the guys I'd want to race with.
Absolutely.
100% agree. 100% agree. They definitely make you better.
Oh, definitely. You learn to go faster by the people you surround yourself with. So
that's true, for sure.
Yep. But
also
right,
with the cautions, pretty typical of the Yescar 87s league. Very rarely do we get a caution. Oh, you booted me. Damn it.
I didn't boot you.
Oh.
What? Oh, no, you're still here.
Rickle just joined.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah,
he just went real quiet, and I heard the noise. My bad. Anyways, these guys are great. They we had more races than cautions this season, if that makes sense. In total, I believe.
That's impressive.
So
that's very impressive.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was gonna say.
All right, Rickle, what you got?
1v1 me, you won't.
Oh, good Lord. Don't start that stuff. All right, Jeff. Well, I'll let you get to it. We're going to get this thing signed off, but congrats on the win tonight, bud.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for doing this too, AJ. I can't wait to watch it back, man.
Absolutely. I think you're going to enjoy it.
I enjoyed doing it. I'm assuming y'all did a great job. I know you guys.
I mean, I don't do anything half-ass. I'll say that.
Let's go.
All right, buddy. Well, I think that's it for us tonight. Correct, dear?
Yeah, I think so.
I think she's about to fall asleep on me, guys. On that note, we'll go ahead and roll this thing out. I will be live again Friday night for Yescar 3D. And then we have a charity race that I will be streaming. I'll have more info during Yescar 3D. And I'll try to get some stuff up over in my Discord so that way, if anybody wants to join, it's for a coworker of Trent Hill's. Trent actually won the first charity race that we ever broadcasted. A coworker of his wife is in hospice care in her final moments. So they're trying to raise some money for her. She's actually going to give the call to start engines on Saturday, which will be kind of cool. So we're hoping to get a good turnout and raise some money for a good cause there. That'll be about 7 o'clock is when practice opens up. 8 o'clock is when the race goes live. So if you're looking for info, get a hold of me. I can send you in the right direction, but I will have that in my Discord as well. And then Sunday we've got fast car at ISS in the trucks. So we'll have all that going on later this week. So until then, we will catch you guys again on Friday night. Everybody have a good rest of the week, y'all.